No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel. Yeah. I know y'all don't want to hear me sing. Then I hear my baby's voice in my ears. Sweet, you're contagious. Touch me, baby. Give me what you got. Sexy lady, drive me crazy, drive me wild. Well, my kids love macaroni and cheese, especially Tanner. Tanner, Daddy, where the macaroni and cheese? Gotta get the macaroni and cheese. And he tends to like his macaroni and cheese extra cheesy. All that water gone. Everything. Black folks season everything, don't they? I ain't think about you night and day. I think about you. Still getting there. Can't peek too much. Can't peek too much. So some of y'all don't know. This is how you find a good show. And as you guys know, we do a show live at 10 o'clock every morning, baby. Yeah, I'm comfortable, relaxed. As a matter of fact, I just got through doing a show earlier today. Had a great conversation with an individual, one of our clients. You know, went well. Mind you, got booked for something else. I mean, listen, this is what we do. Make sure you guys take time to like, comment, and subscribe while we're waiting for the food to get done. And you guys get ready to enjoy today's show. Looks like it's coming up. Shall we continue? Let's continue. Yeah, well, it's the big show. No, this is not a dream. You're in the world of Inside Speaks. We're inspiring you to find happiness in your world. Guess what? We outside with it. We like to hammock camp, bike, as well as ruck. That's right. I'm an Army veteran. I served 2 tours, man, with some great individuals, man. We had our ups, we had our downs, just like you go through in life. But I tell you what, I'm going to share some of them stories with you on this channel. Yeah, man, welcome back. Yeah, you saw me in there cooking it up yesterday. Figured I would film myself doing a little bit of it. That little video clip was my kiddos going to their first day of school. I feel like I should throw it in there, man. And today's topic, we talking about Still Here, Still Golden. Matter of fact, this is falling heavy off of a blog Angel wrote, and actually was listening to it before we came on to the show. And I did something very, very special today that you guys might like and see. But I did it for a point, just because of the way I read that blog, right? And you guys going to get a taste of that today. So, without further ado, open it up. Yeah, look at that. Oh, your boy done got spiffied up for just this show for this main reason. No matter what I look like, no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what I'm going through, no matter what I'm dealing with or battling with, I'm still always going to be me, Golden. And she was going in on the prom. We know I ain't going to go too further. I'm going to let y'all handle it up what y'all handle up. Got special. Today is a special day, y'all. It's a special day, and I feel like, hey, you know what? Instead of me sitting on here like I normally am and doing what I'm doing, let's go ahead and align the conversation up with a brother that's dressed kind of well. You know, I'm not the best dressing guy at all. You know what I mean? Angel makes sure that I'm looking like somewhat something going on. Especially in September, I'll be rocking something like this while I'm on that stage, talking to these individuals, keeping the event lively. You know what I mean? Shout out to Hargis, man. I read the message bro sent out. So yeah, man. Keep going, keep your head up. Today's a great conversation. Today we're gonna have a good conversation. What's good with it, Gonzo, man? I see you, man. Angel's in here. Y'all gotta give a big clap to Angel once I play this thing, because y'all know this is how we're gonna start rolling out the show. We're gonna roll the blogs kicking off rip. Then I'm gonna do my little talk. Then I'm gonna get in here and show some examples, and on top of that, do the promotion, and like y'all know how we normally do. But today was special. Had to get right. Oh, don't get it twisted. We ain't just with the hold on. See, Angel, you know how Angel do. He just over there with the shorts. No, I got the slacks on too. Stop playing with me. Just because of what she said last show. He over there just in his short. I was comfortable. I was relaxing. And I was still golden while I was doing it. Just like how the food came out. Food came out really good. Yeah, extra seasoning. This time I put the seasoning on. They were still in school. So when they got home, they had a nice little meal. You know what I mean? With that being said, man, I want you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe like you always do. Share to someone that needs this. This one right here is for them ones that are always depressed, feeling like they ain't got enough, feeling like they gotta look like this thing out here smoking to be somebody. And we gonna tear that shit down today. We gonna tear it down today. Yeah. We finna cut up today. Just the same way I cut up any clothes on. Anyways, man, let's go ahead and get into this thing. Roll that footage.
Still Here, Still Gold by yours truly, Lynette Williams. I was watching a video on TikTok the other day, and a young white boy asked a question that made me stop scrolling and really think. He was basically asking, why do black people go so hard for prom? Why do birthdays have to be such a big deal? Why all the outfits, the pictures, the big celebrations, and the noise? Before I say anything else, let me be clear. I don't hate anybody, and I love all races. But as I sat there watching that video, I wished I could sit across from that young man and give him a real, unfiltered answer. If you've ever wondered why some of us celebrate so big, can I be completely honest with you? We celebrate because we are still here, still alive, still breathing. The milestones don't take for granted. Sometimes people see the big energy, the loud music, and the grand outfits, and they think it's just about showing off, but they don't know the history. They don't know the neighborhood. They don't know the weight of the streets or the quiet battles fought behind closed doors. Somebody didn't make it to 17. Somebody didn't make it to 18. Somebody never got the chance to put on that prom dress. Somebody never got to stand in that tuxedo, smile for the cameras, and make their mama cry happy tears. Somebody never made it to walk across that graduation stage. Somebody never made it to C21. So yes, and when we reach a milestone, we celebrate big, not out of arrogance, not because life has always been easy or because we think we're better than anyone else. Sometimes the celebration is a testimony. It's a family looking at a young person and screaming from the bleachers, because the unspoken truth in the room is you survived. You made it. Why not be proud and go? Why shouldn't a mother go all out when her child crosses that stage? Why shouldn't a young man dress like royalty for his birthday when the world spent years trying to convince him he wasn't worth much? Sometimes that gold dress isn't just fabric. Sometimes that tailored suit isn't just an outfit. Those balloons, photo shoots, and loud family gatherings or somebody's way of saying, life tried to break me, but I am still standing. We weren't born with 40 acres and a mule. Black Americans didn't begin this country's history with equal access to wealth, land, protection, or opportunity. That history is real and you can't erase it. But I don't want this conversation to stop at what was denied. I want to talk about what was built anyway. Families, businesses, degrees, careers, homes, art, music, and culture. Entire legacies created in spaces where generations before us were told they didn't belong. Gold Americans. It amazes me how many times brown and black individuals can be pushed down, counted out, and written off. And yet, somehow, they get right back up. You lose something, you rebuild, you get told no, or you get counted out. You show up in your best outfit anyway. That's why I refuse to reduce our story to just struggle. There is pain in the blueprint, absolutely. But there is also brilliance, creativity, style, and excellence.
Listen, I need y'all to go to rawtruenovels.org. I want you to read that blog all the way through, and drop you a comment on what you thought about that. I told you guys there was a reason why I had what I had on, right? Sometimes we do that a lot. Life tries to break you. Hell, maybe it even came close. But you're still here. And you're still golden. So many times we put ourselves in this idea or this concept that we gotta be this big thing to make us special. And sometimes that's just society in your ear, or what you've seen on somebody's screen, or what you've seen the neighbor have. Most of the time, what makes you special is just being you. Seriously. What you believe in, how you walk, how you carry yourself, your character is what makes you special. Now, some of us may do some of the same dumb old things, but there is only one you. That off rip makes you special. Now, with that being said, you do have to get out here and do some phenomenal things. You do have to get out here and do some powerful things. You do have to go against the grain sometimes to stand out, to keep people talking. This is a part of life. This is a part of marketing. Trust me, we're in the marketing world, right? You don't always have to do it the way people say you got to do it. Everybody feels like they got the right answer on how you need to roll. No, you need to do it your way. Because the more comfortable you are with doing things your way, and you truly believing in the way you're doing those things, you're going to stand out regardless. Damn what society says. Damn what anybody says. I'm telling you right now, sometimes you got to roll your sleeves up. Take the gloves off. Forget the rules and do things your way. You want to be successful in this world. You can follow what everybody else doing. You can follow what everybody else telling you to do. But you'll end up at the caboose of the train. Followers follow a line. Innovators create the line. Which one you want to be? You don't come into this world perfect at all. You come here to prove some things to yourself. You come here to break some generational curses. You know? I want to welcome you guys to the show, man. Today, really deep. I was editing up. I'm talking about all that stuff y'all seen. I was doing that stuff right before the show. I'm talking about quick. 'Cause I wanted to make sure I got it all in there, right? Hit hard, don't it? I know. What does still golden mean? Well, to me, it means veterans who feel like their best days are in a uniform. Same way as civilians. Sometimes you feel like your best days, your standout days, like Angel was talking about the man with the prom. Same way we celebrate when one of us graduates. Hell, I was celebrating my ass off when Angel was graduating. She looked amazing, looked good walking across that stage. You goddamn right, I'm finna go hard. But she was golden before she walked across that stage. She's even shining bright now that she's past that stage and still doing more. I think we got to get that in our minds. Still golden. You know, it'd be like diamond in the rough. You know, gold never loses its value. Gold is always going to be that thing. Your value never disappears until you start to hide it. Now, we could put on all the shindigs and females put all the makeup on, throw all the wigs, the bonnets, and you can throw whatever you got on. But I always say this. Walk out here butt-ass naked and still shine. Period. I think that's more of an inner thing, how you carry yourself, how you feel about yourself. Most of us dwindle ourselves down because we're paying attention to what everybody else says, what everybody else thinks. You know how many people have told me, man, bro, you need to do this when you come to doing management. Hey, bro, you need to do this when you're doing marketing. Hey, bro, you need to do this when you building Inside Look Live. Hey, bro, you need to do this when you speaking on the stage. You know, the same individuals telling me what I need to do, should do, how to do it, still has yet to do not even 5% of what I've done. And you probably got some individuals in your life that done the same thing. You're still golden. Even when I look at my children, you know, as they get older, they start to find new things they want to do things they want to tap into. Okay, bet, I see you, son. I see your daughter. My daughter want to dress her way. That comes with young ladies. They want to dress the way they want to dress. Same with my son. My son is at the point now where he wants his haircut a certain way. And Taylor is not playing about that. Don't cut out the top. But to carry yourself that way, you got to know that you're golden. You're not doing it to impress anybody else. Like in her blog. That's what this whole show is based around. Seriously. With the young Caucasian brother asking, why do we go so hard when we celebrate the moments? Why do we go so hard when we celebrate the moments? Because they're rare. Let me add that in there. Let me add that into the blog. Because she tiptoed on it. Damn near, I'm finna drop an elbow on it. They're rare. Why do you think individuals celebrate so hard when a brother comes home from prison? You ever seen that? First day out. Raw. Turn it up. Most of them don't make it home. Most of them do more crime while they're inside, so you stay in longer. Same thing when you get your first car. Some of y'all know. First car, you feel like you done something. Don't realize, you adding something to your plate. Responsibilities, things that you got to do, maintenance, all that stuff. But you're not thinking about none of that stuff right now. I did something that a lot of people in my family ain't did yet. So a lot of people would not understand or even overstand what that feels like, what that tastes like, to be able to accomplish something that a lot of us never get to do. Not a lot of man, listen, I was screaming to my top of the lungs and that girl walked that stage. Same with my mom. And my mom did it at the age I'm doing this shit now. Going to school now. Most of us got to do stuff later in the age because we're too busy surviving in our younger age. So we got to champion the moments. We got to champion those moments. Man, bro, you just getting out there looking ignorant and stupid and dumb. Well, you don't know what? We may not get to see tomorrow. So I'm finna turn up today. That's how most of us think. Hell, that's how most of us got and keep going to see the next day. That girl's so deep when she get to writing. I'll just say she be hitting the shit on the head, man. So it's like, you know what? We switching the whole show up today. And we leading right off of what she's talking about. When it comes to parenting, right? Single parents out here who refuse to break. I know a few. I know a few that went through divorce. I know a few that went through a financial crisis. Hell, I know a few that are raising kids with sickness. I know a few that are still out here battling, going forward and forward and forward. And you know what? The moment they get a break, they feel like they win. That can be a female or male. Single parent don't mean what sex you are. Goes both ways. Seen it on both sides. When you see somebody beat addiction, and they are, I'm talking about illuminated with new light. Golden. I don't know if y'all ever watch wrestling, man. It's a wrestler that used to come out back in the day named Ric Flair. I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. Ric Flair would come out shining, willing and dealing. I'm the most willing, dealing, shining, praising himself. And something that he said, where he came up with that knowledge, because he never really had it. So when I got it, I wanted to make sure people knew. Same way with most of the artists that are out here, most of the entertainers out here, most of the celebrities out here never had a little bit of anything. But once you get your first little something, guess what? You want to shine. You want to shine bright. You want to make it. I want to know what it feels like to spend $100,000 on something I don't need. I just want to know what it feels like. We've all been there. Now, we may have not spent $100,000. We spent a few thousand. Maybe for some, a few hundred. Maybe you bought something that just made you feel accomplished. I used to run track. And when you smoke somebody on the field of play, that gets addictive after. Especially when you start out as one of the slowest ones and you done worked your way up and worked your way up and worked your body up to where now you are toasting people in some cheap shoes, not the best shoes. I know I used to do wrestling, right? Yeah. I was a wrestler. I did wrestling. And I remember first time an old man came to one of my wrestling matches because he drove trucks long drive, you know what I mean? So he'll come back here and there when he can, right? And he came first wrestling match. Now, in wrestling, it's all about getting points and pinning your opponent down, right? That's what it's all about. Getting your points, pinning your opponent down. Me, I was so happy. I ain't damn this wrestling match. I just want to slam my opponent 2 or 3 times so my old man can see his son weighing 105 at the time, lightweight, 105, slamming somebody a little bit bigger than him so he could be proud to see his son out here shining. Damn, winning this damn. I just want my old man to see I got it. I'm holding the weight to this name. Watch how I slam this dude. I slammed the dude 3-4 times, actually. But I wasn't thinking about the points. Let me say and break this down. I wasn't thinking about the win. I was thinking about just the moment, what it felt like to say, hey, look what I did, old man. I'm slamming these left and right. Look at me. That feeling is something that we all want to taste. And those that always have something or has never been through life, never had to struggle through nothing, you would never really understand why we celebrate so hard on those moments when you ain't never really had any nice clothes and you finally get you some money to go buy you a nice wardrobe. And when you first put it on, it's soft silk. Ooh, yeah, damn, that's what this feels like. I want to feel it every time. First time I cook, makes an amazing meal, and a critic comes in, probably one of the hardest critics that comes in, and they critique the food. And when they critique the food, they have nothing to say but good stuff. Now the cook want to cook it. Man, I got something else. I can whip up. I got recipes for days. The same way when an actor gets on that stage and they finally win them an Emmy, a Golden Globe. Now, barring, I know that life can kick you in your ass. Trust me, I got a bunch of blueprints. Life can take you through the cheese grater, man. But the moment you win at something, it's not bragging. It's not being overly confident. It's not being cocky. Even though I swing it, it's not that. It's saying, I've managed to do the inevitable. I managed to prove that I can do this for myself. I have literally set fire to the stereotypes the world throw out at us. Yo, black man ain't never gonna, black man don't play in rock band. I've played in a rock band. Rock band named Chrome. I played the drums. Black man don't do graffiti, huh? Did some of the biggest Ninja Turtles in the city of Dallas. One of the first artists to ever paint a fabrication yard. Yep, the same place Mark Cuban put the money up for. When you do things that people say you cannot do, shouldn't do, we champion the moment so much because we may not get to do it again. Girl put me on one day. Damn it, Angel, why? Y'all know what's another moment? When a veteran goes down range and they get to come back home, and that first moment, now for me, it was my mom and my aunts. Right, those are the first people I seen when I actually got back to Dallas after going through a little protest and coming to the protest. First thing I seen was my mom and my aunt. Right. Matter of fact, my aunt had to drive the car to come get me. It was my mom in the car. And the best moments I've ever had. You gotta think about this. For those that are not veterans, those that never even tasted what it's like to cheat death. Because every time you go out them gates, you playing with death. You are playing with the moment that you could say, oh, that was it. It was done. Every time I hopped in that truck, every time we went red, every time we stepped out them gates, you already knew in the back of your head, hey, might not come back this time. Well, I'm finna go and ride this truck out like a rock and roll star. So you don't understand why individuals get out here and champion themselves on such a high level. They so lit up with life. You ain't been through enough. You ain't had enough wins. When an organizer first put their event together, right? Like that event coming up in September. Right. When an organizer put their event together and the event comes out so successful, it comes out even better than what they thought it was going to be. No matter how much stuff they had to go through to make it happen. And it actually works. What? They're going to be talking about that event for the rest of their life. Sometimes moments is the key for, it's okay to do even more. You need the moments. You need those moments. We need those moments. It should not be shunned on. Now I know some of us get out here and do the most. I ain't gonna lie. Some of us get out here and do the most. But hey, everybody celebrates in their own way. Everybody celebrates in their own way. Everybody mourns in their own way. And who are you to judge? Now, hey, listen, I stay in a nice, quiet neighborhood, peaceful. Go outside. You can even ride a bike around this neighborhood and not really have to worry about nothing happening, although there's threats everywhere. But I'm just saying that's the type of neighborhood we're in right now. Then you may have people come around, they want to celebrate, baby, just graduating, doing her thing. All right, do your thing. They get a little loud. But the moment, you know, even when Angel go in there explaining to the neighbors, hey, this is what's going on. Okay, that's good. That's great. Y'all do your thing. Right? But the moments are so special. See, now we live in a digital time where, you know, we post pictures online and all that type of stuff. Back in the day, they used to have these things called photo books where you get a book. And it's like for y'all may not, it's like a binder that you put papers in, but it is a binder of pictures. And you open the picture up and you get to see all the past times that you got to go through and survive. That right there. That right there is golden moments. Some of you guys ever go back to your mom's or your dad's house or the granny's house, whoever raised you, and you go and look at some of them old pictures of yourself. Now, you may not want to show nobody old pictures because, you know, you was a kid, you probably had pigtails, you probably had some plaid shirts or whatever, right? But you look how much you've been through. Look how much you have overcome. You're still here. You're still golden. You're still here. You're still golden. The same way when the individual, man, I was watching this movie now. It was a really funny movie. I say it's funny. It's supposed to be like a horror comedy type movie, but it's this young lady, right? And she's working her ass off to attempt to get this job or this new promotion. She's been working for this company so long. Now the son is taking over the company. Now that the son's taking over the company, right? He's a bit of an asshole, right? He's a bit of a dick. I am too. I know. That's how I know he is, right? Bit of a dick, bit of an asshole. He don't want the old. He want the new fine thing to come in. You know, he don't want the person that actually can do the job, right? And they've got to go to this meeting spot when they have to take a plane. When they took a plane, right, to go do this thing. Plane and having this tragic thing happen, a plane crashed out. Now it's only him and her left. That's who's left. And it's funny because her skill sets in the office was a beast, but her skill sets was awesome when it came to surviving. Right? She was the key for them to survive. Now they wasn't even really on the stranded spot. That later on you find out in the movie. But the fact that sometimes we will go to the extreme for us to be accepted. And we talked about this a few weeks ago. To be accepted by others. When in all reality, man, you already got what you need. The girl was so smart and so skillful at certain things. She was so worried about that position. Babe, you didn't even need the damn position. As we find out later on in the movie. But sometimes I think we look at our lives that way. And that's kind of the bad thing about social media too. Most people start looking on social media and seeing what's going on with everybody else. Like, well, damn, I need to be doing that so I don't look like I'm not doing anything. I've learned from Angel. I've learned this, man. Don't always share everything that you got going. I've got good at that. I don't be sharing too much of anything. I share just enough to get people to stay tapped in. That's it. You know, I think to really grasp the concept of being golden, still being golden, knowing that, hey, you're just fine at who you are. It's okay to champion what you've done. To really grasp that, you need that asshole to come around. You need that person that's going to make that spark, to cause you to light up, to cause you to say, yeah, this is who I am. You know, I used to hate that in school, y'all. I went to Paul L. Dunbar in elementary school, and they always wanted to do this thing like, you could really be good at something and really beast it out. But at once this thing came at the time, it was like, well, everybody, everybody. No, you don't just win, everybody wins. Like, I done busted my butt to do all this work. Now everybody wins. So why am I putting so much effort in? When you've been through the fire, combat trauma, transitioning, when you have to carry the weight of others, when you have to rebuild your identity just to walk this earth, you deserve a moment to be champion. You deserve a moment to shine. Now, before we get into the second part of this calls to action, and before I get to the closing line, I need to go ahead and share a few things with you guys, man. Make sure you guys tap in with that main man, JB Comedy, man. Roll that footage. I pulled over for just a second. I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you to go to jbcomedy.com and go get you a stanky skin tee. You heard it. That's right. And you might be wondering to yourself, bro, why do I want to get a stanky skin tee for? Well, let me tell you. There's a Stanky Skin special out right now that you can go purchase only for $5. And you can go check out the video, stream it, run it, get your laugh in the same way I was laughing. He is a veteran, so you know I'm supporting all the way. I got my ticket. Go get yours. Get you some of that Stanky Skin tee. 100% cotton, unisex. Everybody's included. Have to pull up and let you guys know. It's Inside. Welcome back to Inside Speaks, military veteran point of view. It's only one way to do it, y'all, the right way. Support the people when you can. You may not always got it, so make sure you hit a like, share, and subscribe to everything bro's got going. But if you got a little extra, make sure you go get you some gear, lock in, get you some ticket, and maybe come to a city near you. He's always on the road. Lock in. It's all the way up. Roll that footage. What's going on, guys, man? That's right. September the 12th, 2026. September the 12th, 2026. Ink and Instinct. Listen, man, tap in. First annual Author Con, Operation Kansas City. Make sure you guys tap in. We will be there rocking out. Everything lines up in the universe do, as we say. And shout out to the old lady out there doing her thing, man. I'm going to give y'all a little synopsis on that in a second. But listen, man. Everything's going to work out. This is going to be an amazing event. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to put the event together. It takes a lot to bring people together, especially when there's a certain niche. And I believe Michelle knows what she's doing and how she's got this rolling. Everybody that I end up meeting in there, locking in with, is going to have a powerful story. I know it, because I'm going to drag it out you. That's my job. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to rock out. We're going to have a good time. I'm there really the champion angel to the most high. You know what I mean? Y'all lucky it ain't six of me, because we'll carry her on our shoulders. You know what I mean? Like a Nubian goddess that she is, man. She's golden. But you guys get ready, man. September the 12th, 2026. I will be getting a lot of BTS. And those that don't know what BTS is, that's that background footage, behind the scenes. I will definitely get in a lot of that, and I'll be pushing that footage out as you go on and promote her books and things that are going on. With that being said, boom, that's right. Wrapped in Warmth, the Yum Yum project, man. Make sure you guys tap in with this as well. I am telling you guys right now, the Yum Yum team, they're out there doing their thing, and they say Yum Yum because that is the people that do the Yum Yum Cafe. They do food, they do catering, all type of jazz, man. I actually tasted some of their fish. That shit was really, really good. So make sure you guys tap in with them. They are giving out socks, clothes. They're asking for donations and all that type of jazz, man. So make sure you guys, if you got a little extra, you got clothes your kids cannot wear anymore, that you want to help another family out and other families out that may not have it, so they can get their kids jackets and stuff to stay warm, please do so to help them out. They've got the dates and the timelines there, as you guys can see on the screen. They got the Cash App, and there's all this stuff. There's documents that come with this stuff, because when I did my donation, I had some documents that I had to go fill out. So they're very professional, very organized, and I appreciate organizations and movements like this that have the proper documentation, and they're not just taking donations just to be getting money and using it for the wrong reason. They're doing it for the right reason, and I definitely champion that to the max, as we do always, man. Make sure you guys tap in with Angel Williams, man. She's out here doing her thing. The official date is out. The book's out, man. There's more books on the way. And we'll be getting some special releases out and get some books in here to where she'll have them signed and you guys get a few signed copies, man. I'm super proud of her. You always talk about Angel. I can do that. It's my show. I can talk about her all day, all night. It would not, listen, man, I'll still be here, but without her, I wouldn't be doing things at the level that I'm doing right now. Like, there's certain things that I just don't do. I told you I was going to give y'all a little story about this. This is what I'm about to do right now. Inside don't really just talk to people just to be talking to people, right? They've been sending my mail and all these other different places, man. And she went out here and handled business. She went to go find what was going on, and I would have just left it alone and be like, you know what, damn it, forget it. I ain't worried about it. I'm not gonna go talking to these people. I don't want to talk to these people. I got things to do. I want to do what I'm doing. Damn, talking to these people. But that's what she's so special. That's why she's so golden. That's why she shines so bright. You know what I mean? Shout out to the older lady. I didn't catch her name, but the older lady that Angel went to go talk to and speak with. We appreciate you for doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Because your boy wouldn't be going nowhere. I have to sit right here and have to cancel a lot of these different events. But shout out to Angel, man. Damn, she's so special, guys. With that being said, man, also big event coming up. Boom, that's right, man. SemiQuest, the luxury pool party. When I say luxury, y'all, listen, if y'all know about some of the galas and the other events we've done, I've done some cigar events. Yeah, yeah. We went to some special high profile events. This one right here, luxury pool party. When I say luxury, it's just why the word big on there. Luxury pool party. So tap in, man. You guys will definitely be hearing all around the world at that thing, man. So make sure you guys tap in with SemiQuest Quest Promotions, man. Shout out to everybody that's involved that's pulling this event together. I just got this today. So you see, we rolling through. And guess what? My artist will actually be DJing the event, DJ Quest. That's right, man. So many hats, so many talents. That's right, man. You gotta be one of them ones. And he is one of those ones. So make sure you guys tap in with that. All around the world is out right now, man. There's a certain way that we do things, a certain way that we move, and we've been grooving and making things rock and roll. Don't worry about no damn streaming. We locked in with individuals that's really shaking and moving and got things rolling, man. So with that being said, big shout out to Tony's Talk Radio out there in California, man. He's been showing us hella love. Shout out to the Prime Time radio station, man. We got a clip, and somebody sent me a clip of that yesterday. I'm like, yeah, bro, you know what I mean? Tapping in, getting them streams rolling, all that type of stuff. But the key point right here is stay golden, stay lit, and stay who we are. And I always say that when it comes to SemiQuest, man, I'm a pit bull. Listen, hey, that man is a good brother, man. He's got a heart. He always wants to help individuals out. He'll even put himself on a back burner to allow other people to go forward. And that's something that we are going to put a cap on, because this brother deserves his shine. And we're doing it the right way, not the way everybody else is doing it. The slow grind is the best grind. You know what I mean? Locking in the right individuals that have great assets is the right way to do things. With that being said, make sure you guys tap in with Gems IT Publishing. I know I'm rolling through all these promotions. I got to do it. Because the way we're going to close this thing out is something special. So listen. Lock in with Gems IT Publishing, man. You guys can see my press kit. You can see my EPK kit on there, as well as get all type of information that is rolling through, man. So please lock in with Gems IT Publishing, man. Just linked him up with another individual. I'm about to send about 4 more people his way. So, I mean, shout out to bro. It's good to have individuals out here that are really out here rocking and rolling and really doing what they say they can do, and not just saying they can do something. So we want to make sure that we are sending individuals that way. You have individuals that really can do what they can do and back up what they can do. Go ahead and send us our way, and trust me, we're going to do the proper research to make sure they can. With that being said, if you're not already, lock in with these amazing moments that we are creating on this show. I will be starting to put up some of the past episodes, start making clips and reels of that for sure, man. But what we're talking about today, Dad, that's what we have been talking about all day, man. We are still golden. We're still here, still golden, man. And some of you guys already know this. Some of you guys already get it. Some of you guys already know what this truly means and what it really feels like, man. If you are listening to this today, I want you to remember something. You don't survive by accident. You survive because you're built from something strong. I'm going to say that one more time because it don't need to go over your head. It needs to be embedded, right? You are listening to this today. I want you to remember something. This is special. Listen, you don't survive by accident. You survived because you're built from something strong. And you guys know gold is pretty strong. It also can be formed in many different things, different ways. It can be used in many different ways. I know sometimes we do battle with things that we just quite might not understand. And you get in the moments of, why is this happening to me? I keep doing good. I keep lining things up. Why? Why not you? Why not have life just strike at you and strike at you? Because you know what? If it hits somebody else, they may not survive it like you can. Sometimes I have to look at some of the things that Angel and I go through. Some things that we really can just be like, we're not finna deal with that. We've came too far. But the girl got such a good heart. Woo, she got such a good heart. And I'll be like, man, but you know, you need that balance. She is the balance. Where I say no, she gonna be like, well, let's think about this. Or I say, damn, Dad, she say, well, hold on. And some of us need individuals like that. I know I do. And I give her hell. I ain't gonna lie. I give her hell. I'm on her last nerves. I know I do. I'm good at it. But it's all for good fun. It's all for building each other up, man. You know, a man or woman that survives rock bottom, lose your job, marriage, home, all in the same year, rebuild slowly, find a community, get a new career, get a new identity. After hitting rock bottom, you truly define yourself. You truly define yourself. The same ones for those that was raised in violent homes. I saw a video yesterday of this babysitter that ended up abducting these kids. Listen, woo. Nah, they're not my babies, but listen. There's so much going on out here, man. There's so much that we have to deal with. And there's individuals out here that are living in pure chaos every day. Violent homes, abuse. You know, and what's so crazy about it? You know what's so crazy about that is the ones that gotta go through that type of stuff end up being some of the strongest, successful individuals out here. I know you may not agree. But I am telling you right now. Every time I end up meeting somebody or running into somebody and I somehow we start talking about their story and they tell me, well, man, yo, my mom used to beat me and you always lock me up over here. And I'm talking about, I've heard some bad stories, you know. And I'm not no perfect parent, guys, but I'm just saying, I've heard some stories, right? And them individuals somehow, some way, end up surviving after so much turmoil, after so much pain. They end up surviving and becoming something phenomenal. Some of them is out here that we may watch in movies, shows. We see them out there doing sports. And when you start to look up this story and be like, how did you become so good at what you're doing? We was watching a Michael movie. You know, they always getting on Joe. Joe was always beating the kids. I used to get beat a lot. That was a regular thing. That was something regular. But on the outside of black families, you know, that was like more of an abuse thing, right? And you look at that, and every strike, every belt lashing molded you into something even stronger, something even harder. I was watching the Green Lantern show yesterday, watching the first episode. And the first episode, listen, just the first 20 minutes of it. First 20 minutes of it. You get to see stress, a real stressful environment. You get to see fear, right? And you also get to see a veteran dad give his way of showing his son, hey, this is how you should not fear anything. Now, I was at the extreme. It was at the extreme. Now, I'll be putting my kids to the test, but I ain't went that far, you know, where you place a piece of fruit on somebody's head and you shoot the fruit off their head. You know, just ask them, hey, are you scared? Now, you ask them, hey, are you scared? And the answer is, no, Dad, I'm not scared. And Dad pulls the trigger anyway. And you got to go see it. You got to go see it. But some of the individuals, even reading some of these books I read, even reading this one right here, to see what some people go through, what they have to go through to get to where they need to be, to find out their identity, right? Same one with this one here. Same one with this one here. When your parents don't believe you can do what you can do, your parents don't see that you can make it happen, and you get out here and make it happen. $200. This woman started with $200. She already knew she was golden before anybody knew she was golden, but she had to go through a lot of storms. I'm just saying, you know, there's plenty of other books I can bring up. There's plenty of them. I mean, this one is by Stephanie Green, right? After the Storm, Living is the Process. Great title. Another good one. Right? Don't worry, y'all. Ain't just books about to be flooded in here, right? Here's another one. In the Falls, continuation, forever. Forever wasn't flawless, but it was real. Some of us go through some of the most traumatic things. I even with Gonzo. Gonzo shared his story with me. This man done built up a whole app, visual. Most of the soldiers I served with went through some turmoil. That's why most of them chose to go in the military and came out shining bright stars. I got two people I serve with right now. They're about to get out and did a full 20 years. One starting a trucking company, the other one's just about to start living life. Sometimes the things that beat us down and some of the darker storms we go through is really molding us into what we need to be. Michelle sent me a reel today, and it was talking about the individual that was got eaten up by the whale in the Bible. You know what I mean? And you watch it, it's like a whole real joint. And just the idea of being out here living, just going and going and going by yourself without no faith, or without having no purpose in life, without having God in your life and things like that, you know, it makes it a little harder. But I would say this, you know, there are moments where we may question everything that happens to us. But even in the midst of the darkness, right? I believe each and every one of us, no matter if you're strong or weak, no matter, each one of us know that we can overcome. I think sometimes we're just too scared to shine bright. But goddamn it, today you're gonna shine bright. Today you are gonna shine like that gold bar everybody wants. You're gonna shine so bright you're gonna illuminate through the walls of Fort Knox. You don't know what Fort Knox is? That's where they say all the gold is at. It's a call to action. I'm gonna leave y'all with this right here, right? I'm gonna leave it alone with this because today's a very special day. There's some stuff that's coming in that I'm excited about, and then I'll do like a special round where you guys can see. Your shine does not fade. It just changes shape. And today, you're still here and you're still golden. Now, when I say that, you think about how many ways you could warp gold. The value's still there. Not the fool's gold. The real gold. And the goal for you guys today is to continue to shine bright. It's your boy Inside, man. I'm about to get undressed. Well, no, we got to go do something. But just know, every punch, every good punch that life throws at you, every time Murphy Law shows up, we just had a little taste of that yesterday. It's all for a reason. It's all for a reason. It's your boy Inside, man. Roll that footage. Another amazing show, man. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. It's your boy Inside. Make sure you guys continue to like, share, comment, and be involved in the conversation. Every morning, 10 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, we do it again. I'll see you there. I'm going to make my way back home. You guys stay safe. Roll those credits.
Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.